Nice. And
before we officially begin, for those who are watching, if anyone has come over here from AlulaTheDolf's channel, Alula is not joining us as far as we know tonight. They are busy, but we are continuing the game anyway.
What? It's what he would have wanted.
It is what he would have wanted. To at least get people over here, just in case, we should probably send over a link to their channel, though. That way people know we're streaming. Because I realize I haven't.
It might be helpful.
But while I'm doing that, why don't we go ahead and begin? As you described, you guys are waking up the following day. The building is a lot cleaner than it was the previous day. Kind of thanks to Prio, who was almost
impulsively prestidigitationing.
Impulsively prestidigitationing the entire house because he didn't want to sleep in a dusty old place. So, but you guys are now on day 2 of your recruitment. And you know that essentially today is pretty much the last day you're going to be able to recruit anybody, because on the 3rd day is when you were told that the government here, the royalty, is going to enact their plans. So, what is your first step as a group?
Great question. I didn't ask. Sorry, you go ahead, Prio.
And that is how many members I am bringing to the table in 2 days.
Well, that's more than I thought.
What can we bring further to go along with our cause?
DM, I'm assuming that we are good. Like the cult of Zakar is like with us in this rebellion, or are they not?
The cult of Zakar are with you guys in this rebellion.
Yeah.
They are standing with you.
So, yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like a tee-hee ha-ha moment. But yeah. Who else would be good to take in this rebellion?
Who is left? Who has everybody brought along?
Well, I found some students who are willing to rebel with Locke.
Irk fight bug people.
Right.
They good fight.
From what I understand, is we were able to recruit about 150 students.
Yes. Not sure how many of them are actually good in a fight, but...
But if they can provide some sort of cover or distraction, that's really all we need. We don't expect them to be some sort of army. We just need them to provide enough cover for us to get in.
Point.
Human shields.
Which, for me, it won't be difficult. It's the rest of you I worry about.
That would be a fair thing to say. We are not as stealthy as you are.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I found out how much you each got. I went up to get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
150 students.
Lock it and Winnie,
200
150 students. Prio, 200 recruits. And then 100 Thrycreen and 50 magic fighters from Irk and Linnea. Locke wrote it all down. Good job, Locke.
Yeah.
Correct.
Locke,
No, I
you get an
scrolled up.
inspiration. Never mind. Shoot, Locke. He didn't write it down.
Okay. I'll come back as a Drake Warden Ranger. Then we'll have an extra dragon. My name will be Thomas Oliver. Dragonzord.
Anyway,
You good, man?
as you you're all discussing where to go next and what to do. Linnea will probably stick with Irk no matter where he goes, because Irk probably can't be left alone.
No.
Yeah, probably
can't.
not. I
Do we
fear.
happen to know where the final conflict may be? Maybe we can scout the area to better
Oh?
position our allies.
Oh?
I'm not much of a strategist, but if we have the advantage, we might as well take advantage of it, right? Take this opportunity to plan.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea to me.
Do we know where they're planning this coup?
You were never
Would it-
specifically told where they were planning the coup. However, because it's coming from the capital, like it's coming from the palace, essentially, that may be where you would have to investigate. However, getting in would be a bit difficult.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
Where would I think that my organization would try to cause the most civil unrest for the coup to happen?
Oh dear God.
More than likely at the palace gates, having people essentially storm the area, because if the burning circle would begin to go around town, but no one is at the capital anymore, the palace would be highly understaffed and potentially be at their weakest.
Our best bet would be to take advantage of the civil unrest coming in the area. I've heard through the streets that there are protests aimed at the royal gates.
Makes... Mm-mm.
Edward, yeah?
Sorry, real player just lost his train of thought.
I was wondering what was happening. I was like, what's going on?
I don't know, I think I just forgot everything. I'm having an existential crisis, I suppose.
Brio, do you want to repeat what you said?
Sorry.
I should. From what I've been able to research, it seems that there is a lot of civil unrest and protests that are about to happen. Best location most likely be the gates. Due to their lack of manpower.
That sounds like a good plan.
And if there's enough unrest there, we may be able to sneak in unnoticed. Because with enough commotion, I believe even Irk would be stealthy. No offense, Irk.
I also have a spell that we can use to make us incredibly stealthy. Since we're going to be going in guns blazing, I don't have to worry about hiding my magical apparatus.
If we go in guns blazing, then yes, we won't have to worry about the magic, so... the gloves will be off, so to speak.
Adventia, you're from here. What is the possibilities of using magic unseen and getting into the palace?
DM, I imagine it would be a possibility. It would just be difficult because there are a lot of sensors and wards, along with the fact that you'd need to hide it.
That is absolutely correct. Not impossible, but very, very difficult. One slip up and you could be caught. And, I mean, there may not even be a trial at that point. It would just be like straight execution.
So would you say...
I passed that to him, yeah.
Would you say it'd be more advantageous to come in from an aerial position?
DM, if I give myself true sight, would I be able to see through the magical traps and layouts?
True seeing, if you're talking about giving yourself that that spell. It says the spell gives the creature you touch the ability to see things as they are. For the duration, the creature has true sight, noticing secret doors hidden by magic, and one can see into the ethereal plane, all up to a range of 120 feet. So you would be able to see the like hidden runes and potentially hidden passageways, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to know how to work them or deactivate them or even really know what they are. You just know that they're there.
But I would at least be able to know where they are, and if need be, would I be able to mess with it?
I mean, that would depend on the rune. Because you'll be able to see it, and with your like arcane background, you could probably do arcana checks to see if it's something you would feasibly be able to mess with without setting it off, or if you know it's something you might have to avoid.
Or disable.
Yeah.
I let everyone know what I think is like the success of us just going in there and disabling the traps one at a time.
Well, based off of, because like you obviously, not even Adventia knows how many are within the palace, and the palace is going to be the most highly protected place. Solely off of Adventia's description, let's see how confident or how realistic Prio is. Prio, give me a D100 roll, and that will be the percentage you believe would be successful.
It's a little over 50%. Approximately 52.899. I'd like to round up and say 53%.
Well, if I was a betting cat, I would take those odds. Knowing my luck of getting out of certain situations, I think if I was to, as they say, go it alone, I may be able to scout the area to know what we're coming up against.
Mhm.
With my stealthy demeanor and my knowledge of the arcane arts, I believe I'd be most suited for such a mission.
Okay. I can give you the ability to see for an hour. Basically see through magic itself. I can give you true sight.
But that would be helpful. Do you think if someone of your stature was to approach the palace, Adventia, would it cause a ruckus? Since I believe there are tensions between those of your order and them.
What do you think, Adventia?
Quite possibly.
Enough
I'm
that
not.
enough that a 3-foot feline would be able to sneak in unnoticed.
Even if there was no distraction, you could probably sneak in unnoticed. Locke, your abilities in stealth are quite good.
Well, they're not perfect, but I have honed them over the years.
Especially
Yes.
having to hide from everything in the Shadowfell.
Dark times. Because there was shadows there, get it? Anyways.
Nope.
I don't understand.
I don't get it.
I get it.
Wait, did Irk say he got it, or no?
No, Irk not get it. That's
Oh, okay.
okay.
Irk don't get a lot of things.
I think if that's what we need to do, then I'd be open to it. However, it would be difficult. I just wouldn't want to be incarcerated, so to speak. I would well put a damper on things.
Well, what
We're
I was
dead.
thinking is if approaching the palace would not constitute a crime, would it?
No, but let's be perfectly honest here, if you saw me approaching a heavily armed gate, you wouldn't exactly think I was there for a friendly chat.
That's precisely the reason I would have you approach. It would draw their eyes. Your mere presence would be a distraction, even if you were to merely walk by, based on what I've been able to pick up just by being in this town. So I doubt you not need to do anything aggressive or bring any further attention to yourself. But if you feel it would cause incarceration, I do have other ways of getting in.
It is not... please understand, Locke, I do not mean that they would have good reason to incarcerate me. I simply am saying that they would try.
Ah, and then it would cause a confrontation to which would give them reason. I understand where you're coming from. It may not be a best course of action. I merely might just drop in from the skies then.
Possibly. Prio do that for you?
Well, I could do it myself. As he clicks his heels and flutters up a little bit.
He says,
Sometimes
"There's
I
no
forget
place like home."
you. Sometimes I forget you can do that, Locke.
Ah, yes, it's all part of the suit.
Best to keep that suit hidden? Is it magical in any way, or... I'm not sure Adventia knows that.
One would say it is quite magical. Built with tinkerer's magic. Well, if you want to call it magic, it's more like mechanisms and gizmos. But it has kind of the same properties as as magical tools. But I fear I will have to present it if I am to go in there. But I don't plan on being visible.
Oh, no. Locke, I simply mean, if you have it on while we are approaching or around the town, that is what I mean.
Oh,
I don't want them to jump the gun, so to speak.
yes. So if the four of you wish to go about doing other things, I can scope out the palace and try to get some intel from within. See if I can overhear some conversations or maybe figure out if they're planning any sort of defensive strategies.
How long
At the palace, correct?
did you take at the palace?
Sorry?
How long do you take at the palace?
How long
I'm
will
not
it
sure.
take to get to the palace? Yes.
No, I said how long do you investigate inside the palace?
Oh.
How much do you need to stay inside the palace? Like how long?
How long
Honestly,
to investigate?
I do not know how big the palace is, and at which speed I will be able to go through. I don't plan to be very long. I fear the longer I stay there, the chances of me being found would be astronomical.
Like two bag of thing.
Prio,
About
you're cutting out a lot.
Oh, sorry about that.
You're good.
I said, would you like me to accompany you in a bag of holding?
I fear if there's more than just me, the chances of being caught, as as powerful as you are, Priogabaru, keeping you in a bag of holding, I don't think will be advantageous to your health.
I have an air bubble around my head.
Yes, but I think if worse comes to worse, the last thing I need to worry about is holding on to a bag of holding with your body inside. And worrying about having that snatched from me and you caught. Because inside the bag of holding, believe it or not, you are defenseless.
Yes, that's why I have magic.
But if they destroy the bag of holding, or suspected of holding anything that could be too powerful, you know how they feel about magical items around here. They may just destroy it with you in it.
Alright. But I guess the only thing
And then,
is in our true sight.
yeah,
See.
and if we lose you, then don't we lose your disciples?
Alright.
I don't mean to set up a one-man suicide mission, but as far as all of us go, I'm best suited And I'm the most expendable. Plus, I'm way faster than all of you put together.
It's like so is an hour.
Oh shit, I took Lump Striker off my list. I thought I had it on here. No!
So it sounds
Double
like
dash
they
and
might
freedom.
be trying to give you at least an hour.
Yes.
So-
That's what all of my abilities will give me as well.
Sorry, I would like to get. I would be able to give you an hour of True Sight and an hour of Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah, so the hours, the hour would be all you get.
So, 24 in stealth. Should I actually minimum 25 in stealth? Should I roll?
When it comes to getting to the castle, yeah, you will still need to roll.
Okay, that's fine. I will also be invisible, and just in case I am caught, I will have disguise self on as well.
That 25 is with Pass Without Trace, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so you're with being invisible, you're going to have advantage.
I already have
And-
advantage.
Yeah, so you're going to probably be able to get in fairly easy at first. All right. Well, it sounds like you guys at least have a semi set plan in place. Are all of you essentially just going to wait for Locke, or are you all going to continue your efforts for recruiting while Locke explores the castle as best as he can?
I mean, with how dangerous it seems like to move around, it's probably best if we just wait, you know?
Priogabaru and Priolacrum will just take the time to craft.
Remember, Priolacrum's
Magic.
not there. Priolacrum is back at the cave.
He feels towards his waist, realizes that his bag of holding isn't there.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of your stuff because it's back in Eberron.
Damn, Prio's depressed now.
If I was to reduce myself to a tiny creature, would that give me an even better odds of hiding?
Aren't you already a tiny creature?
No, I'm a small creature.
Going from small to tiny. If we go by like 3.5 rules, technically you would have an easier time stealthing. But I mean, your attacks and stuff would also be reduced.
Well, I don't plan on fighting.
Yeah, let me
I have double dash for a reason.
let's see. The target size is halved in all dimensions. So we just reduce this reduction decreases by one category size from medium to small. For example, target has disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. The target's weapons also shrink down to its new size. While it's reduced in this way, the target's attacks with them deal 1d4 less damage. This can't reduce the damage below 1. So those would be the only effects according to 5th edition rules. 5th edition rules is you don't get an extra advantage for being tiny. You get less damage. However, I think it would make sense being a tiny creature. You probably are going to have an easier time to hide. So I would probably add like an extra +2 onto your stealth. For you being
Permanent
tiny.
half cover Kappa.
I'm just checking to see how long that lasts. It
What-
lasts. Oh, it only lasts a minute.
It only lasts a
mind.
minute, and it's concentration.
Yeah, and I can't concentrate on that and invisibility at the same time. And
What, you don't have
invisibility
greater
lasts an hour.
invisibility?
No, I don't have the
Greater
fucking.
invisibility is only a minute. Greater invisibility is only a minute, though.
Yeah.
It is? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, greater invisibility is only a
Normal
minute, but it requires no concentration.
Normal invisibility is an hour, though.
But
That's
but
great, at
requires
least.
concentration.
But I can use my Sword of Enlarged Reduce to reduce my attackers. Or make them too big to get through doorways.
Oh my goodness. So then, Adventia, and Prio, are you guys deciding you want to kind of like stay back and let Locke explore first?
Yeah, Prio's
Yeah.
gonna just
Probably.
take
That
time.
I'll let Locke do the exploration because there's no way I'm thinking around there. Although DM, I do see there's this thing called the Royal Stables, the Royal Archers, the Royal Barracks, and then the Royal Military Training Academy /HQ.
Correct.
Do I know anything about that?
Yeah, you would. You
What
know that.
what do I know about it?
I mean, you would know that's where pretty much all the militaries are trained. The barracks are where many of the recruits and some of the higher-ranking officials are held. The royal stables, you know, their horses, carriages, stable boys, everything like that are also kept there. And you know, in each of those places, the burning circle tend to be pretty prevalent because that is where a lot of their training happens as well. Because training through the, you know, any of the royal military, you can eventually become a burning circle member if you're able to complete essentially like a very rigorous test after your initial training.
Right.
But you would know that these places tend to be fairly heavily guarded.
Yeah. I was curious if this was like tied to the ruling class government or if it was like its own thing. That's why I was asking.
Got you. So yes, it is tied to the ruling class government.
Okay. So that's fine then. That was my only question.
You were going to try to recruit him, weren't you?
I was gonna see if maybe they were or weren't along with the queen.
Going down with them.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. The palace is huge. Okay.
You ready for this, Locke?
Not sure if I don't know if I would use ready as the exact term, but yes.
I've moved you
So I'd
over to
have-
the palace.
Have Prio cast on me while we're there, and then I'm going to bolt as fast as I can because I realize I have limited time.
I also give you Long Strider.
Oh, perfect. So that's an extra 10 feet.
I believe so.
For a little bit. It only doesn't last an hour, I think. Last 10 minutes.
Okay, that's enough to get me across town.
Give me 1 second. I'm getting the right music up for you.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, it does last 1 hour.
Oh, perfect.
So Pass Without a Trace and Long Strider. I'm concentrating on Pass Without a Trace and Truciate. So I've used a first level, a second level, and a sixth level.
There we go. Music is now going.
And I will, as I'm getting close, I'm going to find a back alleyway where I can cast invisibility using my Shadow Touch ability
Gotcha.
and first
I'm-
level spell slot for
I'm-
Disguise
I'm-
Self.
moved you to the spot on the map, so you should be able to see
Perfect.
where you're at in location to the palace.
Actually, I'm going to use my shadow touch ability for both disguise self and invisibility, so I don't use any spell slots.
Got you.
Oh, disguise self's not concentration? Oh,
No, it's not.
Oh, who are you disguising yourself as?
I will take a look at, if I can, from a distance, one of the guards, just to kind of get a general outlook, but disguise myself as if I'm wearing a full face mask.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay, check. This character does have guidance. Perfect. 32.
32.
wait, but aren't you concentrating on invisibility?
Not yet. I'll be casting invisibility when I get to the after I cast disguise self.
You can see quite a few guards, some walking along the wall, a few standing at the front that are guarding it. And with your disguise self, you would be able to replicate it, as long as obviously no one tries to inspect you too closely or like touches you. You should be able to pass.
Perfect. And at this point, I will use my invisibility. And
Okay.
away I go.
So then you're disguised as the guard, but you're still going to stay invisible.
Yes. Just
Got
in
you.
case for some reason I have to drop invisibility, I'm still disguised for an hour.
Makes sense. Okay. Then you approach the front gates as you see the two guards standing there. They both seem unaware that you are currently there. As you begin to walk by them. Is there any sort of check or anything you want to do as you walk by?
I'm actually going to fly up over the walls.
Move your token to where you fly to then. Okay.
I'm going to stop there first to check for any patterns, any easy ways to try and get closer to the palace without getting spotted.
Make me an insight check.
Oh, shit. I don't know why he rolled with advantage, but it was a 17 on both anyways. Oh, I have advantage on insight checks. Okay.
Yeah, the Vecna.
Oh, yes, Vecna. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so with your 17, or I'm sorry, your 18, you look at patterns, and you're realizing there are a few. However, these guards are very, very tight, tight in their coordination. The patterns are very far and few in between, meaning you have a small gap if you happen to get caught to get in between them. But you can spot a way potentially inside. The only problem is to get through the front door, you have to get past a few of the guards that essentially block the entire way. Meaning you may have to try to search the building for another way in, which also has guards atop the palace as well that guard many of the rooftops. It seems to be archers.
All right. So I'm going to make my way flying over to here. using my true sight from Priogabaru.
Using your true sight, you notice that each of the guards seem to have a type of ward upon them. And the ground that they walk on, almost every single tile of stone is also warded. And their wards seem to deflect the effects of the warding beneath them.
Trying to
Floor
make
is
an
lava.
Arcana check to figure out what that is.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm assuming the floor is lava. $17.
You're not certain, but it very well seems similar to dispel magic.
All right. Don't touch the floor. All right. And then I will make my way. I'm assuming this statue's tall enough I can land on.
It is.
And I will land there, and I'm going to scope this side of the building for any windows that I might be able to get through.
Give me a perception check.
31.
Yeah, with a 31, you look at the top. There are at least a dozen archers that patrol the rooftops. And there only seems to be one window currently, and that is at the top towards the bell tower. The bell tower itself is open at the top, but there is a window just below that, and it seems to be one of the only ones, and it is incredibly small. Small enough that only a small-sized creature would probably be able to fit through.
I will make my way up there. I'm assuming it's like here?
Correct.
And again, with the true sight, I'm looking for similar wards to what's on the ground.
Right. Nothing up at the bell tower that you see. Though the bell itself does have enchantments upon it. Let me see. The enchantments are because True Sight, I believe, lets you see the School of Magic for this. You see Transmutation enchanted upon the bell. So for a town that seems to dissuade the arcane, they seem to use a lot of it to protect the palace.
That they do. It's a good thing I'm a cat burglar.
Would you like to make me... Do you have an identifier, or would you like to make an arcana check upon the bell?
If I cast the spell, that'll drop my invisibility. So I will do an arcana check.
Okay. As long as it's high enough, we'll say that you can probably figure it out. Because normally you're supposed to use identify to know exactly what it is, but I think arcana check high enough would probably do it.
22.
For this one, I'll say yes. That way you guys have a bit of the knowledge that you need. The bell is enchanted with skill empowerment, and it's linked to every guard and every circle or burning circle member. Meaning when rang, they become embolstered with power. And their proficiencies are doubled, making them much stronger and more deadly in a fight. However, if the bell is rang 3 times, all the protective wards and enchantments are removed from the surrounding area.
Pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is so tempting. Locke just makes a note to himself. When I leave this place, ring the bell 3 times. Does there happen to be a guard stationed up there?
There is.
Okay. there goes that idea. Let's go sneak up and cast Dispel Magic.
Now, on the day of the conflict, it could be worth it. Because if all the Dispel Magics are still on the tiles and everyone's running across them, any enchantments or bolstering that they have beforehand would be completely removed.
All right, I'm going to take a good quick look at the window before I attempt to open it.
It doesn't seem to have any enchantments on it, but it is locked, so I will need a lockpick, so a sleight of hand check.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I get a plus 19 to those.
I don't know if you're going to be able to make it.
Helps if I can spell sleight right.
Do you actually have a plus 19 to that?
Yes, with my gloves of thievery, it adds plus 5.
Yeah, don't bother rolling, because you need a 15 or higher, so you're just
Okay.
going to do it.
Yeah, gloves of thievery. When wearing them, you gain plus 5 bonus to dexterity sleight of hand checks, and dexterity checks made to pick locks.
Yeah, you just need you needed a 15 or higher, so if you already have just a base 19, then we'll just give it to you.
Okay.
You just successfully pick the lock, and you're able to squeeze your way in. You find your way into a spiral stone staircase, one that leads up, obviously, to the bell tower, but the other that leads down deeper into the palace.
I will slowly make my way down. I'm assuming to make a stealth check.
Please do.
$28. Oh, with pass without a trace, that's a 38.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness. I was gonna say, ooh, I don't know if you're gonna make it. Oh goodness.
Keep adding plus 10.
Yeah. So with the 38, you begin to stealth through the area. If you like, I don't know if anyone else wants to do anything. I can move back over to you guys real quick to do a little bit, unless you guys want me to keep going with Locke.
I think going with Locke is fine.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
good with that.
Locke's. Yeah,
Okay.
we're good.
He's clearing the way for us.
Just double checking, because I don't want to leave you guys out. I want you to also, RP and do your stuff.
No,
Oh, we
you're chill,
appreciate
dude.
that.
Okay. Well then, Locke, you continue down your corridor till you get to the bottom of the spiral staircase. You find what seems to be a fairly sturdy wooden door with runes carved into the entire archway over it.
Oh, shit.
You can see that they are written in, let's see, Celestial. Can you speak Celestial?
I could if I cast detect or comprehend languages, but I'm not sure I want to do that.
Then you can give me an Arcana check if you'd like.
Is there anyone nearby?
Not currently.
Then I will take the risk and cast comprehend languages. Through my helmet.
Got you. Give me 1 second. All right. As you cast Comprehend Languages, you can begin to read the Celestial script that says, those of the arcane and not of divine shall have their powers stripped, and their will is benign. And now you can go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
$27.
You can sense very powerful abjuration magic, though it seems to be altered slightly.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, you cast Dispel Magic, and I will need you to roll for me. Let's see, because make an ability check using your spell casting ability. So I'll need you to make an ability check using your spell casting ability. So what is your spell casting modifier?
+5.
+5. So yeah, so do D20 +5. You need an 18 or higher.
This is a check, right?
Correct. This is to see if the Dispel Magic is successful.
Fuck. My Flash of Genius won't help me on that one.
You want inspiration?
I would love an inspiration.
Try again.
Take it, my man.
Oh, that's better.
24.
It's so
better.
much better.
You are able to dispel it as the modified anti-magic field is dispersed.
And then before I open the door, I'm going to recast invisibility on myself.
Okay. You recast invisibility. The door no longer has any wards or anything on it. And you want to just go on through?
I'm going to open the door slowly.
Give me a stealth check. Obviously, you're invisible, so you already have advantage.
$25.
25. You slowly open the door. By the way, oh yeah, no, you only had the pass without trace when you were near Prio. I was gonna say I think you have your pass without trace, but you don't have that anymore.
Hold up. We're doing Pass Without Trace 2024 or 2014, right?
Yeah, which you have to be within 30 feet of the person. Yeah, for the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a +10 bonus.
Yeah.
Creature that receives a bonus leaves behind no... Oh, wait. No, they don't have to stay within 30 feet of you for 2014.
Nope. So that's
It's
a
just-
35.
Yeah, it's, when they were within 30 feet of you. Yeah, that's a 35. I forgot because I forgot 2024 changed it to where they have to stay within 30 feet of you. Okay. Yeah, that is a 35. You slowly open the door, but you open it slow enough to where it doesn't even creak. You peek through the door, and you can see a single guard standing there. It seems you've entered into, or you've started to enter near what seems to be a hallway.
Ooh. Does he have anything on him that would, like, keys or something that would indicate that it could get me into other areas? Not that I need them, but the other party members might need them if we split up in this place.
Make me a perception check.
$23.
With a 23, you look over him and you do see a ring of keys that are on his belt loop.
Oh, I'm so snatching those.
With your 35 in stealth, well, I guess I need you to make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, that's my lowest
man.
roll yet. Flash of Genius, make that a 21.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
With a 21, with his passive perception, he's not going to see you. You simply lift the keys off of him. They begin to float over to you since you are invisible. And you can place them in your bag and they will disappear.
I will place them in my bag of holding.
You do so, and with your stealth, you are able to try to sneak by him without him noticing.
Because I'm a little bit of a cocky cat, I'm going to turn back as I'm passing him and just stick my tongue out a little bit.
You do that.
I may be
and
old, but I'm still childish.
And when you look back, you look down the hallway, and there are, several dozen different, doorways and different hallways and, all these different corridors. Every single doorway that you see has the same glowing script above each one.
Ooh, okay. Any markings that would distinguish a door where strategies would be, or I'm trying to think of a war room, or maybe a treasury, listing important rooms. I'm not looking for the janitor's closet.
No, I get you. Make me an investigation check.
$30.
As you begin to explore, you're looking for all these different places. You find many of the barracks. You find the servants' quarters. You find the dining room. Almost all of them have that same wording above it. Even some of the hallways that you end up avoiding have the same wording just above the archways that lead into the new ones. This place is almost set to essentially dismantle any sort of magics that aren't approved by the kingdom for anyone who enters. However, there's one door that you come up to. You can hear yelling from behind it. And it sounds like a bunch of people talking about something. Some people who might be important. However, the door is closed and it has that same script above it. And there are 2 guards posted right out front to guard that area. And these 2 guards seem to be high-ranking, more important than the rest of the Penial Legion that seem to be wandering around.
As I approach, I want to look directly into both of their eyes to see if they notice me.
They do not.
If they, then I will not sit, but go beside one of the guards as close as I can get to the door without touching the door. Because I feel if I touch that door, those runes are going to go off, and I'm fucked. And I just want to try and listen to what's going on.
Give me another investigation check. To 28. You can begin to make out what's going on in there. You hear, "Leader Karanok, please, you have to reconsider this." "No! You don't understand," as you hear a more female voice coming from there. If you remember from, I think Adventia told you guys, Karanok is the leader of this town. So you're hearing the current head of the entire operation. She is talking to somebody as she says, Listen, I've put much consideration into this, and there has been no doubt in my mind that we have to stop this. Remember says, but we've made so much progress. The Burning Circle has been able to weed out so many of them, and that's the problem. Yes, mages are dangerous. But they're only dangerous because we're making them that way. Perhaps my grandfather may have been wrong about some things. There's a silence for a moment. She says, this has been on my mind for some time, but I'm reconsidering on how the Burning Circle has been acting in town. Madam, please stay silent. Though I still wholeheartedly believe, or they wholeheartedly believe that mages are the problem. They simply can't persecute someone solely based on heresy and assumptions, or hearsay and assumptions. And there are some magic users who align much with holy doctrine, such as a few celestial warlocks. You can hear the guards beginning to argue a bit more as she, yells out, silence! The people in town fear magic to the point of aggression. Many have been struck down for simply being assumed to be linked with magic by both the Burning Circle and civilians. The divide in the people must be stopped before it gets worse. And we must do this in baby steps. Show that magic is dangerous, but in the right hands can be used for good. The conversation begins to lull as, the arguing kind of picks up and she's struggling to wrangle in whoever's in there. But at that point, you hear, Madam, we will do what we must, but until such rules are in place, we will continue our hunt for these mages, because we will show you they truly are dangerous. And you hear footsteps coming towards the door.
While I'm standing there, I'm going to scribble a note. And it's going to say, I understand your concern with the mages.
Where are you scribbling this note? Because remember, those two guards are there, so they're going to watch a piece of paper come out, and you're going to be writing on it.
Oh, shit, yeah. Actually, I'm going to hold it in my bag of holding while I'm scribbling.
I'll allow it this time, because I know technically it doesn't work like that, but I'll allow it.
Well, the bag of holding is invisible, right?
Bag of holdings is invisible. However, you can't actually see into a bag of holding. When you reach in, you have to think of the item that you want, and then you pull it out.
Oh, yes, you are correct. So I will scribble a quick note to meet at the library. And I'll give a time 2 hours from now.
Okay.
And then when she comes out, I'm going to follow her a distance and then try to slip it into her pocket.
As the door opens, you first see a few of the Burning Circle members. The runes and enchantments all over them are almost blinding for a second. Makes you jump back as you realize she's being led by 4 of these Burning Circle members. All of them are containing those runes that are active on those doorways.
Oh, shit.
Meaning getting close to her will activate those runes near them and cause your spells to be dispelled.
Uh-huh.
So how do you get it to her?
Well, they've got to leave her at some point.
That's fair. You can
I
follow
will
her
follow
along
up
for a
in.
bit.
Yeah, I'll follow her along for a bit, and then I'll sneak back out the bell tower and wait for her to come out the front, and then follow her out the front of the palace while flying across the courtyard, so I don't set off any of those runes.
Got you.
And then
Okay.
try to sneak it out to her, like near the front gate, outside of the front gate.
Okay. Then you begin to do so as you follow her as far as you can until she turns down a corridor that has those same runes. You begin to backtrack and make your way to the bell tower. As you climb your way out, you wait for her until you see her out of the corridor, and she's no longer being followed by the Burning Circle members. Instead, it's 2 of her own personal guard that are following her. As she makes her way to the gate, and then right out the front, as she's no longer standing within the palace, the palace's safety.
Yeah, when she gets at that very front gate where the 2 guards were, I will then do it. I assume those dispel magic things are like all over this area.
Yeah, they are everywhere. However, once you get outside the gate, they are no longer there. The 2 guards are still accompanying her, but they seem to just be like high-ranking officials. They're not wearing any sort of Burning Circle insignias. Though you can make insight checks, I guess, if you would like. Because they don't have any of the runes that you can see with the true sight.
I'll flash a genius that to 21.
They don't have any of the runes that the same Burning Circle members have on their armor. However, these guards definitely seem different. They seem very perceptive, highly trained. So I will have you make me a stealth check for when you fly over to try to put the thing into her pocket or her bag.
With advantage, though, right? Because Locke's a good guy.
He's invisible.
Plus, my suit gives me advantage anyways.
Fuck yeah!
Oh,
I
it won't
see.
let me add the plus.
Yeah, you
How
rolled
do
an
they do that?
error in roll. You did the space after the +10, so I think that's the problem. Or you did advantage beforehand. Yeah, there it is.
35.
That is a 35 as you sneak over. Give me 1 second. I need to look at something real quick. There we go. Yep, so let me go ahead and you are successful in sneaking over as you place the note into her bag. They don't notice. However, the guards do stop, and they draw their weapons. And then they begin to swing around here. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Oh, they might have seen visibility.
Or blindsight.
No, that's what I have.
27.
Good shit.
You're able to dodge out of the way as the guards seem to be almost looking around. They don't know where you're at. But but leader Karanok, she says, "What are you doing?" And they say, "We sense a mage. They're using many magics to hide themselves." They were very close to you. As she begins to look around, she draws her weapon as well. "Where are they?" unsure. Whoever they are, they're quick. But we can sense they're still close.
Almost cat-like.
Karanok says, "Show yourself, mage. Do not hide. Have some dignity."
I wouldn't.
He's almost tempted, but being in front of the palace, he doesn't wish to be seen by those guys. Do I have anything distinctive to me? I'm going to take the picture of my family and drop it where I stand and run.
No.
Okay.
Why are you making me feel sad, man?
As you drop it, the guards very quickly lunge their sword towards the pit, like towards where you were, but they miss you as you begin to fly away. One of them looks down their foot on top of the picture as they move their foot and pick it up. And they hand it over to Miss Karanok as they say, "It seems whoever they were, they got away, but they dropped this." Are you like far away at this point, or are you still close enough to try to hear?
I will be like, if they're like here or in around where my token is, I'm just going to be over here in these bushes.
Got you. She looks at it and she says, keep an eye out for any tabaxi. Question them. See if they're familiar with the area. If they seem new into town, we may need to bring them in. But right now, high alert for any tabaxi. Yes, madam. As the guards do go off, and she is now by herself. As she stares at the picture for the moment. She says, "I pray that you weren't an assassin, and that my judgments are wrong." She goes to put it in her bag, but notices a new note. As she pulls out the note, reads it, and begins to look around again, looks at the note, looks at the picture, and then feels along it. You see her kind of rub her fingers together after she rubs her hands along the note. She goes, "Feline hair.
Could be a tabaxi.
She puts both things in her bag and seems to go on her own way.
Does she... I'm trying to think of the word. Does she seem to have a positive response to that?
More curious, if anything. Not positive, but not negative.
I'm debating whether she'd chase me. No, I'll leave it. I'll let the group know of what I know, and we'll meet her at the library if she shows.
Okay. So then you begin to head back to the group, which I will move your token there for you.
Oh yeah, and I'll be booking it like double speed.
Here we go. And now we will focus ping. All the way back. As you make it back, Locke, all of your spells at this point would probably start to dissipate.
Mm-hmm. Whew. That was quite the adventure. I haven't had one of those in a while. My heart is racing. But I was able to learn quite a bit. By the way, Adventia, for you, as he grabs the ring of keys and throws it to you.
He catches it. He's like, "What?
Keys to the
What did
palace.
I?
You'll need those.
That. Indeed, I will. Thank you, Locke."
Just in case I end up preoccupied, you may need a few keys. But I did encounter something quite advantageous. I believe the leader of this town is kind of against the heretics. It's astounding. There was quite the argument.
Sorry, against the heretics?
Well, Burning Order.
Oh,
That's
yes,
what
the
they call it.
heretics.
Yes, the heretics. I believe that is a term you would use for them.
Mm,
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Who knows?
Adventia gives like the.
Because I left her a note and she seems not apprehensive, but almost curious. Because of her argument with the Burning Order. I forget the fucking name. Is it Burning Order?
The Burning Circle.
Burning Circle. Thank you. I knew. Oh, Burning Ring of Fire. Johnny Cash. There we go.
I mean, it could also. Burning Circle is what happens after Taco Bell.
Yeah, true. That's what I think he was singing about.
Very fair. That's where Irk is right now. Irk is having a burning circle.
Wait, what?
She was arguing with the. She was arguing with the Burning Circle. Like she was disagreeing with their methods, believing that some mages aren't evil and do not have evil in their hearts. Almost like she wants to stop it all. We could use this to our advantage. I've left her a note to meet me at the library in about, I think it's about an hour and a half from now. I wish not to go alone again. My heart is racing. But she knows I'm a tabaxi. They sensed my presence, and I left a picture of my family, which I would like to get back. It means very much to me.
We will undoubtedly get the picture of your family back, Locke. Although I'm hesitant to go meet with this person.
That's why I chose the library. It is a public area, and if she's the official of the city, I don't believe she would want to cause mayhem in such a, I don't want to say sacred place, but peaceful place. If she is a rational woman.
The problem is we are bit on a knife's edge here.
We are.
I don't
But if we
want
have,
us to endanger our opportunities based on something that might happen.
then would you rather I go? Because even if I am captured, I can probably get away.
No, I can join you for it if you would like.
I think it would be best if all of us were there for backup purposes, just in case the proverbial shit hits the fan.
I think you're right. Should we try to remain inconspicuous and let her think that you came alone?
It may be wise. Or maybe if you at some point were to show yourself, it may help smooth things over, being that you're with the Church of Zakar.
could also escalate things.
It could. But from what I understand, you're a bit of a symbol in this town. What that
It has
symbol
been
means, I don't know, but I'm willing to gamble on it.
After my rebirth, Locke, I left this town quite quickly. As for what symbol I represent to them, I do not truly know. It has been close to 200 years since I knew what this town thought of me.
Well then, if the proverbial shit does hit the fan, at least we'll have Irk with us.
That is true. Irk, do you think you can... What am I saying? Of course you do.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
He's just standing off the side, like picking his nose.
Perfect. Well played.
We gonna kill people now.
Only if things go south.
And I hope they go south.
We also have to be very careful while going through the Palace of the Burning Circle. I think if Prio's cult, or followers, or whatever we're calling them at this point, can cause enough of a ruckus, I may be able to fly over to the palace and disable all of their runes. If I'm unable to do so, I'm not sure if we'll be able to make it to the palace. The grounds before the palace are covered in dispelled magic runes, which would leave
Getting
us
rid of those would be quite good. If you can disable those, then we can actually take the palace. Considering the fact that, well, there's you, Prio, and Linnea who need their spellcasting abilities.
Prio, you can fly, right?
He's a dragon, of course he can.
Well, Prio, can you fly?
Prio's muted.
Prio is muted.
Priogabaru Frioquet.
He also might be asleep.
That guy
Prio,
knows
if
way
you're
too many
asleep,
hours.
Don't say anything.
say something if you're asleep. Say something if you're asleep.
He must be
Jake, I
awake.
think he might be awake. Yeah.
I can check
foolproof
to
plan
see
right
if
there.
I don't believe he has any way to fly. What classes
Oh,
can
he
cast the
casts
fly
fly
spell?
Wizard.
I think. Is he not a wizard?
He
He is a wizard. He is.
So he would have to use his Mizram apparatus, which he could fairly easily.
Which he could totally do.
I was say because it doesn't look like he has the fly spell prepared, but he could use his apparatus.
He's prepared to do a lot of things.
Fly's
Worst
a
comes to worst,
third
I could
level.
try to carry him.
Yeah, he would be able to cast it with his apparatus. Concentration for up to 10 minutes, and it's a single willing creature is the thing. Because he can't
That's fine.
he
I
can't
can fly
upcast
on
it
that.
with his apparatus. So then it would be Prio and Locke who would be able to fly.
So that would work. That's all we really need. But even then, getting the palace thing to drop their dispel magic wards
Mhm.
would be good. Because that way the students can be casting spells, and also, I believe Dispel Magic does cancel out magical items as well.
It can, I believe, temporarily,
Yeah.
because it's not
Yeah,
like a
temporarily.
permanent thing.
It's not
Let me
forever,
see.
but
Dispel Magic, it's one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any
Yeah,
spell
so
of
it can
third
be
level or
objects.
lower can target the spell. Because it's an object, because they don't normally have a spell level to it, we'd probably do the DC check, and we'd set the DC for it to see if it worked. Because I don't know if it's just innately just dispels it. Let me see.
right. But
Any
even
spell.
then, I wouldn't
Yeah,
wanna.
wouldn't want to risk it.
Yeah. Personally, I wouldn't want it. Don't know about. Don't know about anything else. Don't know about you guys.
What about you, Urk? Do you want to risk it?
You know what? Why not?
What?
I don't think Urk was listening.
I'll admit I kind of zoned out there.
We asked if, because of all the dispel magic runes on the castle floor, would you want to just risk it and just rush in and hope that not all your stuff is dispelled? You said, you know what? Why not?
I mean, because you know what? It's not a permanent, like, dispelling, right? It's just like...
No, it's
for the duration.
temporary. However, running through all of that, by the time you get into the palace, you'd essentially have no defenses, and most of your magic items wouldn't
Yeah.
work.
I think as much as Urk would just want to run in, yeah, that's probably not the wise play.
But it seems like all of you are going to be going to the library, and essentially you guys are going to kind of be like, they're off to the side to make sure things don't hit the fan, and see how the leader
that makes
reacts
sense.
to Locke.
That sounds good.
Linnea will say, I think that sounds like a great idea. However, I don't know how I'm going to exactly fit in there. So perhaps we have some of us outside and some of us inside?
Well, yeah, we have Team Innie and Team Audi.
I will be team
Locke looks at his
Innie.
belly button.
Locke
Yeah,
looks
like a
at his
belly button.
Locke looks at his
Locke.
belly button beneath all that fur.
Don't you have a belly button, Locke?
Well, yes. I
That's
was
what I-
just making sure it was an innie or an outie.
No, Locke.
It seemed
Your belly
important
button
for this
doesn't-
mission.
No, it doesn't determine what. You know what? Never mind.
Wait,
Urk.
we going based off belly buttons now? Fuck.
Urk looks at his 3 belly buttons. Each one's different.
Hey, he's not some kind of mutant.
He isn't?
Urk
One's
is- Urk's
Innie,
very...
one's Outie, and one I made myself.
He made himself is such a wild. That's actually the most Irk thing possible, though.
Good board, one and a third one.
Nice.
With that, I guess you guys have a bit of downtime. I will essentially give you 8 hours of downtime before you would have to go to the library.
Hell yeah.
So what are you guys gonna do then? You can either recruit, or you can train, or you do what it is that you think you need to do.
I would like to see if we could get more recruits. The problem is I don't know where.
Yeah, who else could we really recruit at this point?
Well, there are the Spires of Faith.
Oh, we can get the other like gods to help us. That's actually not a bad
Possibly.
idea.
I
Does
think
he-
that would be me. And then maybe if we can get people from like, I don't know.
If we go to Carnot Theater, we could get the theater kids on our side.
No, we already have Alula. We're pretty set.
But think about it. You send the theater kids into the front, and they're just going up to the guards, just snapping all the way.
Flash mob.
Menacing jazz hands.
No, they're gonna go up to the guards and they're gonna be
fire
like,
upon them.
I don't know. I feel a connection to you. Do you want to like maybe kiss?
Maybe kiss. Do you want to go into the woods for a little bit?
You guys
The
want to
woods.
like the woods? Wait, the wood? Also, there is. Okay, hold on. So, there's something called state farms, and I don't know. Like that's probably just a normal thing, but all I can think of is Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, you leave him out of this. He's a nice guy.
DM
Everyone
dragged
there
him in.
wears khakis.
Khakis.
Where do you see the state farms?
It's on the right side of the map.
Oh, down by the.
Right next to
yeah.
the labor camps. Also, what the? There's labor camps.
Yeah, there are labor camps.
I mean, you didn't expect there to be in this dystopian regime of a town?
you do realize this is all still within like modern D&D. Like this isn't in the same world as the Sarkos and stuff. This is just off on the east.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm just like, damn, crazy.
It's where the
Look at the side.
it's where a
look
lot
at
of the
size
criminals
that
and stuff go.
cemetery.
What if we
Some
freed
besides
all
that-
the criminals? Wait, where is
Imagine.
the?
If I was a necromancer, the size of that cemetery, I could get a pretty good army.
Yeah, it's a pretty fat. Okay, wait. Somebody look for marker number 27.
You said number 27.
27.
That is
Where is it located?
right here.
Ah,
I scrolled right
That's-
past it.
that's the prison. And I was thinking we might be able to get some mages on our side, right? Have a quick little prison break before we go to our meeting. Bring the
You
best
didn't
team.
have anything to do with that prison break, did you, feline? Wasn't me. Not at all.
You didn't have anything to do with that prison outbreak, did you, Irk? Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, I did.
We're dead.
It's when you freed a bunch of people from behind bars.
Oh. When I do that.
Well, then, is that what you guys want to try to attempt?
Well, I'm just thinking of places
Just kinda
that we
throwing it
can
out
still
there.
get people from. Yeah.
I guess you'd
I
also
think
need to
Adventia
think of
will try.
repercussions for that, because if what Locke is saying is true, and the leader is potentially like trying to rethink what's happening to the mages, if you free a bunch of them from prison who have a massive vendetta against the royalty here, there
Forget
may
the
be-
list. She goes to the block.
She's like, never
Type
mind.
shit.
Oh, they are evil. Never mind. We were justified. I think Adventia will try and go to the spires to see if he can rouse more of the temples to fight alongside them.
It's probably a good idea.
Well, of course it's a good idea. I said it.
Alright, alright.
Of course it's a good idea. I said it.
Yeah, that's all right. Now you're just repeating me. All right.
SpongeBob, look over here.
What was that?
Sorry, I was imitating you.
That's how
Was
you
that your-
sound.
Was that a Patrick impression?
No, that was an Adventia impression.
That was pretty spot on, actually.
I couldn't understand actually. I not gonna lie, was focusing on what I would say to these people.
All right, then would anyone want to join Adventia?
Prison break?
Well, I'm not doing Prison Break, but
Going to the Spire of Faith.
Oh, the Spire. Yeah.
if you want to do the Prison Break,
Prison break.
and upend Locke's careful plans.
Do I have to shave my head?
Have to shave his
Wait, I've
balls.
never had anything up there.
He's bald.
Irk with no hair. That'd be a sight.
Blurst image.
Yeah, I'll back up Adventia.
Okay.
Back me up at the place.
Prio says, I will be busy, so do not worry about me.
Okay, we won't.
Linnea says that she will join you guys at the Spire. My bad. Alright, I will move you guys to the Spire of Faith.
Do it.
Do it. There we are. The Spire of Faith. Which one are you wanting to go to first?
I mean, great question. There's only one that's labeled.
I was going to say, essentially what we could do is, if you want, is it's just the one building. The reflection on how you do in that building will reflect on the rest of them.
All right. You can just do that then.
All right,
Makes sense.
What's your approach going to be?
I will stir their hearts.
All right. Describe how you enter into the Temple of a Monitor.
Oh,
it's like
I'm gonna have a hood up over my head to kind of conceal my identity, since the guards are on high lookout for a tabaxi.
Oh yeah, good plan.
Probably for the best.
So I imagine it's got like the big double doors for the cathedral.
Indeed. Also, if you
I'm
want,
gonna push through
don't
them
know if
like
you remember who a Monitor is, so anyone can give me a religion check if you would like.
Hey, you know what? I'll take 17.
A Monitor with a 17 is, as you can recall, oh my god, yeah, Locke knows this too, is also known as the Yellow God, Keeper of the Yellow Sun, Keeper of the Golden Sun, Keeper of the Eternal Sun. He's known by many names that essentially involve light or the sun, because he was the solar deity of order, the sun, law, and time.
And that's from...
That's the Faerun. He's a Faerun god.
Okay.
So the world that you're currently in, Faerun.
Right. Yeah. So I'm going to push through them cathedral doors.
Mm-hmm.
Like Aragorn does in the Two Towers.
Okay.
And who's in there? Is it currently occupied for service, or
It is not. There are a few priests as well as, a couple of paladins and clerics, but there are, there's no one really in there for like a service or anything at the moment.
I'm going to look around and say, I wish to speak to the high priest or priestess.
As you say that, let's see. You see as a woman with a shaven head approaches you. She appears to be some sort of monk, and she says, "I am the high priestess of a monitor."
I'm gonna bow my head in respect and say, I'm Saint Adventia of Zakar. May I know your name? Thanks, DM.
I hate you so much. She says, actually think she might have a name on here. Oh no, she doesn't. That's great. All right, time to make up a name. She says, my name is Josephine. You may just call me Josie.
I'm sorry. Very well, High Priestess Josie.
You know what? Let's recall that. Let's do Josephine, because I don't like Josie.
No.
High Priestess Josephine.
No, before you do that, Locke's gonna stand beside her. Josie and the Pussycat.
Dang it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, the first thing in my mind was like, did you see the Napoleon movie that they had in theaters? With Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
Oh. Well, the end of the movie is really funny because it was a really bad movie, but the end of the movie is France, Army, Josephine, Napoleon's last words.
Oh, goodness.
It's ridiculous. Oh, I'm sorry. It always takes me back to that movie whenever I hear that name.
That's funny.
We saw it for free, and I still feel like it wasn't worth it.
It definitely wasn't. You were laughing so hard.
So it was that great of a movie.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. I highly recommend you skip it.
I recommend you skip it.
Yeah, it's not even funny, like in a hate watch kind of way. Anyways, well, actually, no, I take that back. You can kind of have one hate watch moment, which is the very end. Oh, hey, Brio.
Welcome back.
Hello. Sorry about that.
You're chill, dude. I'm trying to convince people to join at the temple.
Yeah, we'll actually have Prio over here and join you guys now. But as you walked into the temple monitor, you bow your head to her. She bows her head to you, and she says, "What can I do for you today, Saint of Zakar?"
I come to you with a request.
Then speak.
We are going to be called soon. All of us.
And who gives you this knowledge?
My God grants me this knowledge. Along with others. Mortal hands working carry out his will.
I see. And I assume you give us this warning because you wish for us to leave?
In part, but I was more so hoping that you would join us and the people of this city.
She looks to you. She says, I am the High Priestess of Amanator. We follow law and order. What you are asking us is to go against the law and order of the town that houses us.
But shouldn't the law and order be just?
She sits there for a moment. She says, it should. It should be incredibly just. But how do we know if we were to stand up to this order with you, dismantle the government? How do we know what takes its place? Wouldn't it be worse?
Because this time, we will all have a say in it, rather than the few.
I see. And by we all have a say, you speak of rule by citizens. A democracy of
Possibly.
sorts. Correct?
Possibly.
And how do you think that will go? There are many in this town who do not like us, even though we are of divinity. Those who are divided against us, those who are divided against magics. No one will agree.
And yet they will.
And you can make certain of this.
We can make certain of it.
The Burning Circle breeds prejudice against arcane users. However, their palace is full of arcane runes.
Hypocrisy. Not surprising.
Listen.
She sits down and she looks to you. She says, tell me, how is this to be done then? If you can give me a plausible reason and a plausible answer, then we will join you.
For how it will be done, we have already been contacting several others. Groups. People. Working and those who are more fortunate. And they have expressed their intent to join us. That will be done in approximately 1 day from now.
Rather quick.
As it is, but we haven't much time. Burning Circle makes plans to initiate another purge. And that comes to the why of it. Adventia is going to sit across from her and lean forward a bit and say, how long do you think until they condemn us of witchcraft?
Make me a persuasion roll.
If I was
I'm
to
really
harbor
good
a
at
guess-
persuasion.
If I was Hubbard to guess,
Oh
it would
shit.
probably be until tomorrow. In a flash of genius, that.
Fuck yeah, thanks, Locke.
Hell yeah.
Literally the second best roll I could have had. You already know it as I do. They will sweep through, and if they do not get us first, they will come for us last. And then there will be nowhere. They will topple our altars, burn our holy texts, all in the name of fear, control, and power. This is perhaps our last opportunity.
She sighs heavily. Perhaps you are right. And whatever will take place after this, we will just have to build for ourselves. The last thing we need is mob rule, which would essentially be no better than a dictatorship. But
Remember, High Priestess of Amanatar, only from chaos can there be order.
you are not wrong in this. Very well. Consider us and the other churches interested, and we will join you. But we must keep this away from the Church of the Absolute. If I believe that is their name. Give me 1 second. Temple of Entropy. We must keep it away from the Temple of Entropy. For entropy is what they have wanted us to worship. And soon, in fact, it seems the alignment is right. Tomorrow, entropy will make itself known once again, and hover above this town. It has been growing in size.
Is that the name of their god?
It is their
Or is it some beast they have taken?
It is the sphere of annihilation they worship. It has grown to the size larger than this city. If you recall, your god talked about this, that they worship a sphere of annihilation called entropy. And he said if, you can defeat the leadership and Zakar can take, rule over town, or the Temple of Zakar, he can control it and send it to the farthest reaches of the multiverse to where it can never be used again.
Yeah. Right. Then it'll be a good time to strike. All things considered.
Where will we meet you tomorrow?
As of right now, we are still debating the best course of action to take. But expect a messenger.
By tonight?
If not, yes. We will either send someone trustworthy in our stead, or I will come myself. And I will relay the message.
Very well. We will wait. Adventia, you have gained 1,000 religious followers for this.
Holy shit! Where are we
We're up to
putting these?
1,400. Hell yeah.
That's a lot.
Up the
Where were
ass
we
of the
storing
fucking.
this?
Yeah, we're putting this up the ass of the fucking burning circle.
Oh, well, yeah, of
Is
course.
really
I
important.
just meant, like, where are we putting all of the information of how... Is that in free to post? Or...
I believe we have it in rolling an initiative.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I believe it's in rolling an initiative. Because I just put the 1,000 there, but yeah, that's now like 1,400 people you got joining on your side.
That's really good for us. Yippee!
Okay. And we'll say like the remainder of the day is spent going from church to temple to temple, doing kind of the same speech and convincing each one of them. Yep, there's the rest of it. So yeah, that's 1,450. No, 1,500. Yeah, 1,500 people total.
Yeah, it's 1,500. Holy shit. We got bug people, some magic fighters, Prio's cult, and the students.
Plus 1,000 temple goers.
Yeah. And that's like an assortment of like the armed...
Of the clergy along with the monks.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
like, the paladins and stuff.
Cool, cool, cool.
So then the day goes by rather quickly as one by one you go to each of the temples other than the Temple of Entropy and begin to convince them. I would like you to roll me a perception check.
All of us or just me?
All of you.
Okay. I'm gonna use one of my inspirations to reroll that.
Okay.
Can I use
I like that
guidance?
better.
Yeah, you can use guidance.
Actually, I better not.
Yeah, probably don't. DM was like, yeah, you can use guidance.
All of you are going from church to church and wandering around town. You begin to notice more and more burning circle members. I would like one of you to roll me insight. All of you could roll me insight, actually.
Cool. I'm not gonna do it with advantage because I'm not having Vecna help me. I'm gonna re-roll that with my second inspiration. Okay, 25. I can take that. 25 is a good insight.
The 25 and the
You take
19 are going to get it. Obviously, Locke, you don't really see anything other than, you know, you're trying to hide from the burning circle members. You think they're looking for you. However, Urk and Adventia, you can overhear their chatter, and their eyes are on you guys specifically, almost as if they're following you. You can tell by the way that they are keeping at a distance and the way their hands always remain on their weapons. They know what they're looking for.
I'm keeping Absolution loose in the scabbard, so that way it can be drawn at a rather quick rate. I'm gonna...
We need to kill these guys.
I'm gonna say only if if we need to, Urk. I'd rather avoid confrontation until we are ready. I'm gonna relay this information to Locke covertly as well.
Okay. Locke, you look over and you can see the Burning Circle members, like, tailing you guys. They're keeping their distance, though.
Is there a crowd around us?
There's a few people, yeah.
Enough that I may be able to slip their gaze?
Potentially. Why don't you go ahead and give me a stealth check?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
You do slip their gaze. They seem to be confused for a moment, but they're still keeping their eyes on Adventia, Irk, Prio, and Linnea.
I'm going to take this opportunity to see if I can spot any more of them, to get a rough estimate of how many Burning Circle members are currently keeping an eye on us.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can he do it with advantage? Because he's got like a better view, or no?
I'm gonna say no for this one because a lot of the Burning Circle members are also fairly decent at hiding in plain sight, so you may not be able to notice all of them.
Damn.
With a 19, you notice really it's just the two that are following you. They seem to be keeping an eye on you. And after a while, they actually eventually leave and are no longer following you guys. They never make any attempt to approach. They just follow you for a bit and then eventually leave on their own accord.
Thanks, I hate it.
Should have killed them.
But by the time you are finished with the last church, Locke, you'd be returning. And you know, right now is around the time where you'd be heading to the library to meet up with Karanok.
It may be a good time to head over to the library so we can make preparations.
Right. Let's move.
I'm moving you all to the library. So who's going to be the innies and who's going to be the outies?
I assumed, well, for the innie and outie was... I was thinking innie and outie was for the day of, to go and close out the potential.
Oh, you're talking about from the palace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Innie and outie was not for
this. Gotcha. Then all of you will go into the libraries. As you step into the libraries, it seems to have quite a few people in it, but there's an empty table, enough for you guys to sit at. I know, Locke, you said you wanted to seem like you might be there alone, so the others maybe would be like off in the distance. It would be up to them. Adventia, Irk, where would you guys probably be sitting to try to stay out of sight?
I'd be wearing a cloak. I'd probably want to be, I don't know, within 20 feet of Locke. So that way I can always so that way, if anything goes wrong, I can quickly
Right.
step in.
Makes sense.
So I don't know where that would be, but like I would stick around that.
We would say it's, you'd say you get that 20 feet. You find another table. It's got like one other person at it, but they see you like approach. They don't really say anything. They just let you sit, and they like keep their nose in their book.
I mean, that's good.
It seems to be some young female student who is studying for some kind of exam.
What's their name?
Didn't ask. And they may not give it to you. Irk, where would you stay with Adventia, or are you going on your own little thing in this place?
I think he would probably try to go off on his own little thing, but after a sharp rebuke from Linnea, he would hang out near Adventia, but kind of sulk. I want to do prison break.
Linnea finds a book with pop-up pictures in it about orcs.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I would do that.
Very cartoony looking like drawings and depictions of orcs.
That would not so much. Oh yeah, I do that. He's just like flipping through the pages.
Prio just grabs as many books as he can and starts shoving them in his bag. Like his normal bag, because he doesn't have his bag of holding, unfortunately. After about 10 minutes of kind of sitting there, you guys are waiting. The room is quiet. You can hear the whispers of other students and faculty who are just, going about their day. And then in walks the ruler.
Is she alone?
She is alone. She walks in and looks around and then sees... Locke, do you make yourself, known, visible to her?
I will take my paw and put it on the table.
She'll notice, and she'll walk over to you. She doesn't keep her hand on her weapon or anything. She just simply struts over, pulls out the chair that's across from you, and sits down in it. First thing she says is, Shala Karanak, ruler of this town.
Locke Silverpaw, merchant.
Merchant, huh? I assume you were the one that was the mage that was near me earlier, according to my guards.
Well, mage is an over-exaggeration. I'm more of a tinkerer.
You use the arcane.
Now, you do have... In my tinkers, yes.
Then you
but
are a
you do
mage.
have something that belongs to me that is very important. May I have it back?
She thinks for a moment, then pulls out the photo. She says, I assume this is your family. She lays it on the table and slides it to you.
I will reach my power. Yes, that is my family. They mean a lot to me. Thank you for returning it.
She just
see that photo. I let you see that photo to know that I mean you no harm.
My guards took this as you being sloppy and leaving evidence behind. In fact, a few of my elite Burning Circle members, I had them follow a group that you had been seen associating with for some time, though they didn't spot you amongst them.
I'm slippery of sorts. Hard to pin down.
From the reports I've been given, it seems that your group had been going around the Spire of Faith and talking to many of the temples. May I inquire why?
We know what the Burning Circle is preparing. and we do not agree.
She looks at you for a moment and says, perhaps we need privacy then. She claps her hands twice. Adventia, the student you see that's in front of you, just sits up, leaves the book in front of her, and all of the students in unison stand up and leave the room.
What happened?
Adventia's gonna
That's
like pinch the bridge of his nose a little bit.
He like looks up from his pop-up book.
After all of the students and faculty leave, she says, well, those who are left behind must not be a part of the burning circle then.
Adventia's now feeling like he should have been killing people.
I will not tell a lie. I overheard your conversation with the leaders.
I see. Then I have to ask you a question, since you know this. What plan is the burning circle wishing to enact?
Locke would remember. I do not. It was something about an entropy.
It was they're going to call the religions and essentially make it to where you either worship entropy or you are or you die.
They are planning a purge, from what I understand. Essentially, you're with them or you're against them. And by the sounds of your conversation, they may take your stances against them.
She looks at you with a kind of like a squint on her face. And she says, I don't know what you mean. This is the first I have heard of this. Adventia, can you give me a history check? Because you can hear the conversation happening. And obviously
Sure,
she
boss.
knows that you're all there, so.
24.
With your
Hot shit.
Yeah, with your 24, you remember you were told by Zakar that Karanak, that Shala Karanak, the leader of this town, is the one planning the purge. Yet here she is in front of you, completely confused at what Locke is saying to her.
Fuck. Me.
No digs.
She says, as much as I would try to believe you, though you are a stranger to me, I have much faith in the leadership of the Burning Circle. Though we are beginning to see differently, they respect my authority and have never gone against me or my family. I do not see why they would plan behind my back.
Adventia's gonna start walking towards her. Like he gets up and starts walking towards her.
Fight now.
But
Does not respond.
look into my
Yeah.
eyes. Do I seem like somebody who is telling you falsehoods? As he's also going to pull down his hood. And I'm also going to mention that I am not wearing my suit.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check. Also, for some reason, my mind went to you, like, saying, I pulled down my pants. Do I look like someone who has falsehoods? let's take a look at that persuasion. That is a 20.
Hey, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, let's flash a genius that, make it a 25.
Hell yeah.
She looks to you, and at that point, Adventia, you make your way over to the table.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out Absolution. And put the edge to her throat. Yeah, we'll see how that goes down.
As she begins to respond to you, Locke, she says, and then the blade kind of is pushed to her throat. And she looks over, like not moving, but her eyes dart over to you, Adventia, and she says, Saint of Zakar. As
You speak falsehoods.
aggressive as most Zakarians are.
Why would you lie?
I do not.
You do. Do not lie to me in turn.
Why would I lie? What would I have to gain? All there is division in this town. And though it will take time, I believe unity can be brought. And that's not by purging the mages of arcane, but in fact accepting them and having precaution. My grandfather, my great-grandfather, and my lineage were wrong to do with what they've done. And I followed in their footsteps by removing the last leadership who welcomed the mages again. And in these years, I've realized perhaps he was right.
Adventia is going to press the edge further and then say, "You lie. My god has told me what you plan."
Adventia, now is not time for violence.
Now is the absolute time.
She turns her head to you. Though the blade is pressed a bit further against her neck, you watch it kind of slice her a little bit. And she just looks straight at you, almost like burning, her eyes burning through your blindfold. She says, "If you wish to go down this road, then do it. But if you even have an inkling of what I'm saying could be true, then perhaps trust me for a chance."
I will not trust someone. Parts off innocents to die.
Adventia, I heard the conversation.
I've heard
there.
many conversations before too, Locke. I do not doubt what you say. I doubt her.
Then doubt me all you want. But killing me won't change anything.
Speak out of line one more time, and I will create a new line in your throat.
She stares at you. She will not speak. She just looks to Locke. And she sits there.
Locke will stand up and stand between them.
The Temple
Adventia.
of Entropy.
I understand what is going to happen if we do not succeed. But doing this here,
Locke.
of all places,
The Temple of Entropy. Their deity. What do you know of it?
Are you asking her?
Yeah.
She looks
Not
at you and
Locke.
says, "Oh, so I'm allowed to speak now?"
Adventia is going to she's sitting down next to the table, right?
Yeah, she is.
He's gonna grab her head and slam it on the table.
She just.
Yeah.
Her eyes begin to water as her nose begins to bleed.
Answer me.
I know that they worship entropy, the sphere of annihilation. As do I. For that is our way.
When is the next appearance of entropy?
She wipes the blood from her nose and she says, "Entropy never leaves. However, it grows in size every few years, and tomorrow it will reach its pinnacle."
Does that line up with what I've been told?
It is.
Just confirming. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
I don't understand what this has to do with what your feline friend. She like blows hard and, you know, a little bit of like the blood comes out. She goes, "With what your friend has said."
I am trying to make determinations.
Do you want to make an
Ones
insight
that
check?
involve your life. Sure. I'm going to try and insight. Specifically, I want to know if she truly didn't know about it.
Sure. It's
Damn.
a 10. Anyone
Yeah,
able to
it was
help?
cocked on the screen too.
You can have my session.
Hey, thanks, Locke. I appreciate that. That's technically better.
It is technically better.
Oh fuck, I'll use the last one. Flash of Genius, make it an 18.
We'll see if it was enough. Thanks, Locke.
With an 18, you look at her. She's a little peeved because you did smash her face into a table, so you more than likely broke her nose.
I'll do it again.
But she looks at you with resolve. Her body language, her demeanor, the way she's speaking to you. She's confused, and she's trying to get answers now.
Adventia is going to hold her gaze for probably a minute. And then he won't sheath it, but he will pull Absolution from away from her neck.
When you finally do, a bit more blood finally like drips down her neck from where you had cut into it slightly.
If you are truly dedicated to helping your people, we will need all the information about the Burning Circle. Because if this purge is real, then we must know it, so that it can be prevented. If it is not,
If it is not.
I'm sure you can gather.
She nods.
I'm sure you can understand those consequences.
Give me an intimidation roll.
Ooh, can I use my strength mod instead of my charisma?
No.
Okay. 3!
Not even a flash of genius is gonna help that.
I said you just used your
No.
last flash of genius anyway.
I
Yeah,
know.
Irk has an inspiration he can give, Prio has an inspiration he can give, and Linnea has an inspiration if you want.
I'm taking Linnea's inspiration.
Linnea goes, you can have my
I'm taking it.
inspiration.
Thanks, Linnea. It's like you're really here.
You're welcome, bestie.
Okay, 15 is good.
She kind of chuckles. She says,
Oh, sorry, it's the same modifier. It's
Yeah.
intimidation. Sorry, I
Yeah,
did
but-
persuasion instead.
but she chuckles. I know what's at stake. It's not just by you. If my own regime is turning against me and performing the actions outside of my will, then I'm in danger either way. She gestures for you to sit across from her, same as Locke. I will answer your questions
gonna
to
stay
the best
standing.
that I can.
He's gonna stay standing.
It was-
And
Locke sits, Adventia stands. Irkbluz, what are you doing?
I thought we were gonna kill someone. Damn it.
He's gone back to his pop-up book.
Irkbluz
Oh, I'm
is-
so sorry. I was completely muted.
Damn it.
Yeah. I was gonna say Irk probably goes back to his pop-up book right as you were also saying.
I was gonna say, Irk, you can ask questions too if you'd like.
I think he's just really invested in seeing the coup take off, and the fact that there's some confusion about whether or not there's even gonna be a coup now is just like, hey, tell me when there's gonna be fighting. Yeah.
He goes back to the book. I wish I could read.
Pictures are nice though.
All right, Adventia and Locke, ask your questions. She said she'll answer them to the best of her abilities.
All the questions that Adventia has are not ones I think she can answer. But he will ask.
Attempt anyway.
Yeah. You seemed genuinely surprised when Locke talked about this purge.
Yes.
Do you have any indication that they are planning this? Either increased movements, recruitment, roles, gathering of equipment?
No. Everything they do is by my order. And they have done no such thing to indicate that they would be doing this purge that you speak. Speaking of, if I may ask a question, what exactly are they planning on purging?
I was told, on good authority, I might add, that they would be purging all those with arcane gifts, abilities, talents. Essentially, a crackdown on already all of their existing talents.
She... As happy as that would probably make a few people, that's suicide. Not to
And
mention,
how so?
for one, it would break our unity. Though many of us believe in entropy, having the other religions here keep us in balance and allow the choice still. And two, to force our way onto all of the other temples, we would be outnumbered. Our forces, even if they were more powerful, would be overwhelmed by the number of followers from the other temples if they all banded together. And we would fall. There would be mass casualties on both sides, but we would be overwhelmed. We can never do something like that.
The Church of Entropy. What are their main teachings, if I may ask?
You're asking a question the DM needs to look up real quick.
Because Locke just had a thought.
Their main teachings. It says the biggest teaching of entropy is how evil magic truly is. Entropy is the embodiment of a primordial, one that Ao himself had to store away into the sphere of annihilation. And the primordial strives to destroy all magic. So the worship of entropy is the worship of destroying magic. However, I've been finding my faith wavering in entropy for some time.
And may I ask, what does the burning circle control that other organizations within the city would want?
The burning circle controls the influx of magics and magic users within town. Essentially, we try to keep the arcane out of normal hands and only into the hands of those who are certified to use it. The burning circle ensures that no one in town is attempting to practice magehood, for in the past it has caused problems. Fireballs going off in the street, spells going awry and causing mayhem. So they make sure to try to keep order.
And Adventia, may I ask, what is the teachings of Zakar?
You're asking a question that the player has to look up.
Hey, I think I've heard that before.
Because something's not clicking with me.
Da-da, la-dee, da-da-da.
Because if
Go.
Zakar is saying that she is planning the purge, but if she runs the burning circle in the city and knows nothing of the purge, then where is Zakar getting his information?
Still looking.
Give me a second, hold on.
Give me a second.
I do
Hold on.
understand. I do understand wanting to govern over the use of magic, as the arcane arts are volatile at best. So I do understand that. Now, the prosecution and potential execution of those using the arcane arts I don't agree with. But I don't understand this whole business with the purge. You did say that everything runs through you when it comes to the burning circle.
That is correct.
And yet you have no knowledge of this purge.
That is also
Or this planned
correct.
purge.
As far as I'm aware, there's no such purge going to take place. Because, like I said, it would be suicide. Both political and literal.
The tenets of Zakar, as they would be, Zakar is the god of light, redemption, and strength in hardship. His followers exhibit a strong sense of justice in the form of if evil is done, repenting through death. Usually, necromancy is one of the greatest crimes to Zakar. There is not a whole lot else, because it was when Adventia was inducted, it was very small. It was more of a cult than a religion, if that makes sense. And then he, fucking biffed it, dude.
When was the last time you truly spoke with Zakar before the other day?
$200 ago. Before my first death.
And has an event like yesterday ever happened before? Without above board, he's mentioning the whole you whipping him for your penance.
Specifically that, no. But others were done.
And what does Zakar have to gain by the abolishment of the burning circle?
You're asking Adventia, correct?
I'm asking
He
both
is.
of you.
Well, okay.
You said, what does Zakar have to gain by going after the burning circle?
Yes.
Arguably much. However, no more than any other of the religions here.
I would have to agree. The followers of Zakar are still rather small, though they have spread out over time. I do not see what they would gain other than that if they were to truly fight against everything, more of hatred against them.
Adventia has remembered something that he has forgotten.
Which is?
There was the Archpriest of Zakar that he met there. Was he familiar with it to him at all?
He was. Remember when I said he was the one that you saw when you woke up 200 years ago, which shouldn't be possible.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck!
Adventia? My tabaxi senses are tingling.
Irk, you
I
just
feel
heard
it in my
Adventia
whiskers.
scream out as if he just realized something. Irk, there might be a fight going on.
Irk, you might be muted.
Irk, stop playing Minecraft.
I just heard a brief. Did you top out your mic? Or
Maybe.
Let's say I heard a in the background.
I heard a very small.
It was a very soulful wait what?
Soulful is
Yeah.
crazy.
He really meant that.
Yeah.
Wait, what? But if it was a 50s soul song.
Yeah.
No.
Adventia is going to turn to, is it the queen? What was her name?
Yeah, she's the queen. She is Shala Karanak.
He will turn to Karanak and bow deeply and say, I apologize immensely for my actions. Please return to your home, wherever that is.
She looks at you. And she stands up. She does not say a word right away, but as she walks past and walks to the door, she stops and says, if we were to fight, I could probably take all of you on.
Good one.
That's why I wish not to fight.
However,
Adventia is wiping her blood off of his blade as she says that.
Yep. She's like kind of bandaged up her neck the best that she could at this point. And she does say, whatever you realize.
DC medicine check. DC 15 medicine check, DM. It's absolution. I'm fucking kidding, dude. It's not.
She dies.
She fucking bleeds out there.
Yeah, she says, Saint of Zakar, whatever it is you've realized, it may be best to hurry before it's too late. And she leaves.
Adventia is gonna turn to the party and say, we need to move back to the temple.
I feel so my hunch is correct. We have been led astray.
I fear not by my god, but by one who longs to be one. our quarry. He's going
I
to start
think it's
walking
best
towards
if-
the temple.
Okay.
It may be best if we act as if we don't know, and we're appearing as if we're reporting in, letting him know of the allies we've recruited, so he does not suspect anything.
If you want to make that plan, then you will have to lead that. Once I see him, the Archpriest, I cannot promise that I will stay my blade.
We need not show our hand now, because if
We
we do,
must.
we lose the element of surprise.
I must, Locke.
I understand it, Adventia, but right now, everything is in our favor. He
No,
may not know.
it isn't. Every second that I've been here, he has probably been preparing. I made a mistake. I was overwhelmed by seeing my God in flesh. And now I'm not sure if that is even the real God.
As we all have, we were all led astray. But
No.
now we have more knowledge. We speak to him as if we do not know. Stay your blade for now. I promise you will have your resolution.
He's gonna turn to Locke, and he will say to him, I understand your caution. I understand your want for plans. But there cannot be.
If you walk in with these intentions in your heart, he will read you like a book. We must walk in calm. Get close. I'm not saying that he will live to see another day. What I'm saying is when we walk in the door, we do not walk in with hands on blades. We walk in
Locke,
as if we're recruited. If you
the
walk in
cult,
with your hand on the blade, he may have a trap ready for us. You do not
Cult?
know how strong he is. You have been gone for a long time.
I do not care. He must die in any way as soon as possible. I do not care if it is Irk's hammer that crushes him, or your gauntlet that fries him, or my blade that decapitates him. I need him dead.
And he will
And
die.
he must die quickly. Not a minute longer, not a second later.
Wait, you're confused. You say Jakar is Vecna?
No.
I did not
Maybe.
survive 23 years in the Shadowfell by myself to die at the hands of somebody wishing to be a god because a zealot can't stay his blade for 30 seconds.
Wait, that's stupid. You worship Vecna? Heh.
I don't worship Vecna. I worship Zakar. But when I awoke 50 years ago, I found information that they had turned from Zakar long ago, and that they worshipped the Whispered One. That it even influenced me. That they took from me to feed this false one. They took everything. Including my life. If you think, Locke, that you can somehow spin a plan out of this, I trust you in that. But do not tell me what to do. I will
I'm
stay my
really
blade for
asking.
now.
I'm merely asking. Wait till we get close. And do what you wish. I don't want to go in guns a-blazing, as the term states.
What's a gun?
What?
You
What's a
do not
blaze?
remember the apparatus? Do you not remember the apparatus those guys had when we were looking for the thingamajiggy?
Ah, yes, the
dachshund.
thingamajiggy. Oh, yes, the small dog.
Small dog. The dachshund.
Wait, I thought that were you.
No, Locke is a cat.
Okay.
Nice joke.
At this point, I've moved you guys to the map, but you tell me when you go in.
I'll let Locke lead
Okay.
in this case.
Actually, hold up. Is there a spot near this temple where I could cast magic safely?
It's late at night, so patrols are limited now. However, casting magic out in the open could potentially still get you spotted by the burning circle. So you could try, but there would be a roll to essentially see if one spots you or not.
May not be worth it to get the upper hand. And I don't have a high enough performance check to pull that off.
It would be a
Never mind.
it would be a sleight of hand.
No, I had a cockamamie idea to disguise myself as Adventia.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that would have been clever, but also, yeah, you don't have that performance
Naturally.
in ya.
Yeah.
I need to be a bard.
Third multi-class?
Third multi-class.
I don't have the charisma.
Aww.
If there's one thing that Locke isn't, it's Riz.
I don't know about that.
He's the Rizzler.
We'll see in Curse of Strahd.
We'll see in Curse of Strahd.
He is looking at playing a
Stay
bard
tuned.
potentially. So
Oh, shit.
we'll find out. But
Nice.
you guys head in. Inside the building is mostly empty, but other than High Priest Tagraka, who seems to be standing there going over notes. But when you walk in, he looks up and says, "I see, Satan Wentian. His friends have returned.
Yes, we have. We've come to make a report. We've had many, and I'm going to be like walking somewhat a little fast, but not really.
I mean, I'm keeping pace with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Wh-
calls
I
out.
have-
He says, "Well, then tell me the report." As he closes his book and kind of like leans forward, seems interested. When you
we
are
have been-
halfway, you hear footsteps
Okay.
behind you.
Fucking.
Zakar walks in from outside of the building and says, "Ah, Saint, I have been looking for you."
Can I make a perception check?
Yeah, go for it.
Based on everything that I have figured out or think I know, I'm looking for any sort of illusions that may be around Zakar.
Yeah, go for it.
So-
I will need. Hold on 1 second. In I need an insight check.
You son of a bitch. $16.
Hell yeah.
You don't sense or see anything.
We've come to report that we have made great progress in our recruitment.
I've heard the news. Saint Will. Is this true? Are you becoming successful in what I have guided you to do to stop this purge?
I'm like gritting my teeth and tightening my grip around absolution. But I'm not saying anything.
Noticing his demeanor, Adventia's. Yes, we have recruited some students of the arcane to our side. About 100. And we've also recruited roughly 300 warriors from the free fighters folk. And more than 100 worshippers of the temples around the area. We have been very successful, and we are planning preparations for tomorrow's storm of the Burning Circle.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to do something. I'm just taking a look. I couldn't remember what. Insight is a wisdom thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Adventia, would you like to make me some kind of check to, like a performance check to conceal your emotions?
Yes, I will. That was a good roll from me.
It was. However, Zakar,
Never going to be high enough.
listens to what Locke
Oh
says.
wait, actually, knowledge from a past life.
Oh, what does that make?
We got a D6!
That's a D6, so if I roll a 6, I meet it.
Let's do this.
Okay, let's see.
Six,
Nope,
six,
it's a 3.
6.
Dang.
Okay.
But Zakar smiles to you guys, but like notices Adventia is very tense. And he says, "Will, why do you seem angry?"
He's anticipating the battle with the heretics tomorrow. It has been quite trying staying his blade, as he wishes to vanquish them now.
Adventia, can you give me a history check real quick?
Damn.
Oh,
Prio,
shit.
have you used your inspiration? Have you given
Prio-
inspiration yet?
Prio hasn't used his inspiration yet.
Prio, can I use your inspiration?
Oh, you most certainly can.
Thanks, Prio.
Damn.
We will
15.
use my knowledge of past life.
Is that your final use?
No, I have 3 more.
Oh, wow.
19. I just never use it.
Is that a reaction or is it just a... I can't remember.
It's just whenever I make a check.
Oh shit!
Uh,
Next time I make an artificer, I'm making him reborn.
I sent you something.
I
Adventia.
love your tabaxi though. Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Oh fuck! What?
I'm going to look at Togroka.
Tagraka, yeah.
Tograka. Tograka. Sorry, I'm freaking the fuck out right now. I'm going to meet him in the eyes
Mm-hmm.
and say, I remember you.
He looks at you confused. I'm sorry?
"200 years ago." He's going to take a step forward to stand next to Locke. I remember you.
You watch as Tagraka just kind of stares at you for a second, and then this grin comes across his face, and he just closes his eyes and shakes his head. Wow. It really took you this long to figure it out. You are incredibly dense. You watch as Zakar gets down to one knee and kneels and says,
Fuck.
I apologize, Master. They were not supposed to come here and figure this out this soon. As Tagraka
As he does
says-
that, I
Okay.
push the button on my tie to put my suit on.
Your
Oh,
suit
yes! yeah.
appears and he says, It is not your fault. It seems the party decided to go against their loving God. Wouldn't you
Irk,
say?
stand next to Linnea here.
There you go. You watch
Yeah.
as Zakar's form changes, his hair from silver to black, his shield from red to black, his armor pitch black as well, and his whip changing. As he becomes
Oh,
the hand of Vecna.
no. No,
And he
no.
says,
No.
Yes,
Fuck.
Master. As you watch Tagraka completely shift and form, his skin growing
Wait.
dry,
No.
his eyes
No.
beginning to glow,
No.
Oh
and
shit!
he begins to float off of the ground as an aspect of Vecna takes his place.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh
says-
my god.
Well, since you've discovered this so quickly, I guess there's no use in prolonging it. We will have to take hold of entropy ourselves and wipe this place from existence. But before that, I need to remove the pests that are in my way. And that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Oh,
I think he's speaking to you, Priogabaru.
Yeah, he's
Starting next session,
he's speaking about you.
everyone will roll initiative. Starting next session.
Fuck.
And,
Oh, goddamn.
and then we'll figure out how everything goes.
Oh, look. Linnea's gonna shit.
Linnea,
God
it's
damn.
bad. It's so bad. Not only will you be fighting another aspect of Vecna, but now the Hand of Vecna will also be joining in the battle.
Wasn't the Hand of Vecna the one that Linnea and Jade fought?
Correct. And he beat them.
I know, I remember. Fucking biffed it, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Adventia fucking biffed it.
So, shall we go ahead and sign off for the night?
Fuck you, Dia. I lovingly fuck you.
Respectfully fuck you, yeah.
Thank you all for watching this session, for those of you who stuck around. That was incredible. I know I don't normally stream on this channel for Dungeons & Dragons. We are normally over at AlulaTheDolf. However, they are busy tonight. So we streamed for them, which this will be up on the YouTube channel later on once I get all the editing done. But before we sign off, we are going to have some goodbyes. So can I get a goodbye from Irkbluz Hel'torth?
Wait, what?
Can I get a goodbye from Saint Will Adventia?
I will burn you from existence.
Goodness. Can I get a goodbye from Locke Silverpaw?
Well, I am so not glad I figured that out.
Yeah, a little
Can
bit,
I
yeah.
get a goodbye from Priogabaru Frioquet?
No.
Meh. Goodbye. And I am your DM. Thank you all for watching. There you are. Thank you all for watching.
Bro, we're so fucked, dude. We're so fucked right now.
I will
check out Free to Post.
Yeah. We will be streaming again on Tuesday. I can't remember if we're playing Tuesday or not. We'll find out though. But check on AlulaTheDolf's channel, as we should be streaming again Tuesday. If not, we will see you again next Sunday for another session of Eve of Ruin.
Also, if you want to see the DM stream more wacky stuff like Subnautica or other games, he does it here on this channel. So do that. Just follow
I do.
him.
And Subnautica is one of my deepest fears because I hate the ocean so much.
So do that if you want. Otherwise, whatever. But
Yeah, it's whatever. do whatever you want. But you should subscribe.
I had to make a call out post. All right, it's his channel. So
Everybody, have a good night.
have a good night.